Today, we're going to discuss the 7 worst diets. Number 1, here we go. The junk food ingredient version of the Atkins diet. And they also have these little shakes right here. Okay. I mean, let's just take a look at the ingredients of the Atkins shakes. The first one is milk protein concentrate, soy protein isolates. Then, of course, we get the vegetable oil, canola, soybean oil, artificial flavoring, and let's see if there's anything different in the Atkins bars. First ingredient, soy protein isolate, and then we get polydextrose. Then it's sweetened with something called sucralose. That's 600 times more sweet than sugar. So at one time, the Atkins diet was pretty good. I think it became very corrupted, unfortunately. Number 2, Jenny Craig. Now, Jenny Craig, you also have these pre-made meals. They have something called the Anytime bar. And the first ingredient is, you guessed it, soy protein isolate. Second ingredient is the concentrated milk protein that a lot of people are allergic to, and that's highly processed from China. It has 8 grams of sugar per serving. It has rice flour. And then you can actually also buy a bag of popcorn, right? Only 140 calories, 16 grams of carbs. And then you have, of course, the Asian style chicken, which is loaded with potato flour, cornstarch, modified food starch, and maltodextrin with 11 grams of sugar. You can also consume barbecue chips. It's only 120 calories, 18 grams of sugar. I have a question. Why are they putting ultra-processed food ingredients in diet foods? Let's move on to the next one. WeightWatchers. Now, WeightWatchers is not doing too well financially right now. This is why they're trying other things like adding in weight loss medication, because their diet is not working. It's all based on portion control. Their new brand called Smart One. You can get a chicken pasta dish. If you look at the ingredients, wheat flour, wheat gluten, then we have maltodextrin, then we have soy protein isolates, soybean oil. Because what's being identified is the same ingredients in junk food, okay? AKA ultra-processed ingredients. All right, next one on the list, number 4, Nutrisystem, okay? Claims to be diabetic friendly, so it must be good. Let's see what the ingredients are. Well, we got milk protein concentrate, corn syrup, sugar, polydextrose that keeps coming up, maltodextrin. On the glycemic index, table sugar is about 65. Maltodextrin can go up to 185. It's like way the heck up there. Then we have wheat flour, sugar, corn flour, corn syrup, modified cornstarch. Let's go to number 5. Maybe this one will be a little bit better. Ideal protein, okay? Now, in practice, I had a lot of people come in after doing ideal protein, which it's not ideal, I'll tell you right now. Wheat protein isolates. These are just different names for starch, okay? Starch. And what's a starch? A starch is basically a chain of sugars, okay? And they behave just like sugar. So anytime I'm mentioning maltodextrin, modified food starch, and these flours, just think sugars, because that's what they really are. They also have another one called Fluffy Vanilla Crisp. Okay, you can do this on Ideal Protein. The same ingredients over and over and over. Number 6 is Optifast. This is the medically supervised diet program. You go to an obesity doctor and he'll put you on Optifast. It's science-based, so we know it must be legitimate, nutritionally complete, excellent source of protein, meal replacement. You just do 5 servings a day, and you'll just lose a lot of weight. They have 3 main types of food. You got the shakes, you have the bars, and you have the soups. So the chocolate shake, you guessed it, contains maltodextrin as the first ingredient, and then it has the milk protein, and then the soy protein isolate, and then the seed oil, the canola oil. So anytime you have like a lot of carbs and maybe lower sugars and no fiber, what you're going to be left with is starches, okay? Just think about starches as sugar, because in this area right here, it's basically sugar. And then we get to the last one, which is Medifast. Okay, Medifast went out of business, if I'm not mistaken, or at least they had a lawsuit. But this is a scientifically designed program. You do 6 servings a day. So you have the one called the Essential Chocolate Mint Cookie Crisp Bar. Sounds pretty delicious. Take a wild guess what the ingredients are. Soy protein isolates, sugar, polydextrose, soluble corn fiber, brown rice syrup, milk protein isolates, which is that casein again, and rice starch. This totally goes against this concept that I put out which is it's not lose weight to get healthy, it's get healthy to lose weight. If you use these ingredients to lose weight, you are literally setting yourself up to destroy your metabolism. They're going to stimulate cravings for the wrong things. They're highly addictive. And these ingredients are at the bottom of the barrel. They're not even considered food. They don't really improve energy or life or any type of health at all. But they are the prime number one contributors to diabetes, obesity, and they're in these diet shakes, soups, bars, and prepackaged foods. These are also the same ingredients that they use for institutional foods, like the foods in prisons, the foods in nursing homes, the foods in hospitals. These are cheap ingredients, long shelf life, super profitable. Now, if you notice, I didn't talk about the vegan diet or vegetarians or keto or carnivore, because people can lose weight on these other diets, especially if they're using whole foods. But anytime we do a diet with ultra-processed food calories, whether they're meshed into this so-called keto plan or they're meshed into the vegan fake meats, you're going to have problems losing weight and you're going to have problems with your health. To keep this really, really simple, if you're interested in losing weight, you really need to read the ingredients, because you're going to find that some of these keto products, just because they say they're keto, are not really keto. Like this one right here. This is Duncan Hines. Okay, it says keto friendly, 2 net carbs. Okay, it might be keto, but it's not healthy keto, because if you look at the ingredients, guess what it has? Modified tapioca starch, resistant dextrin, which we really don't know the long-term studies of consuming that ingredient would do for our microbiome. But other than that, there's some good stuff in here, but they had to ruin it with those few ingredients. Hey, before you leave, I just wanted to give you a little quick history on some of the books that I wrote. This was one of the first books. It's called Dr. Berg Body Shapes. It was my attempt at writing about body types. What was very interesting about this book is I actually did all the images myself. Don't ask me why. They look actually not quite as professional as some of the images that I have in the new book. But anyway, this is my first attempt right here, called Dr. Berg's Body Shape Diets. And then I wrote a book more extensive called The 7 Principles of Fat Burning. I don't even have a copy anymore, actually, because it's outdated. The next book, I put about 1,000 hours into this one right here, called The New Body Type Guide. Major updates on the body types. I put a lot of energy into this. It has professional images, graphics, all sorts of things. Now, the problem with this book is it doesn't really describe what this is really about. Body types are only a small portion of what's in this book. And that's why I changed the name to the Healthy Keto Plan, okay? If you happen to have this book, you don't really need this book, because there's only very, very minor updates. But if you don't have this, you need to get this one right here. This book goes into every single detail that you would ever want to know about. It goes into the 7 principles of fat burning. It goes into hormones, the body types, the basic keto plan. It goes into intermittent fasting. I talk about the 10 fat burning triggers and blockers and fat burning strategies, with a lot of details in every single chapter. I go into body issues that interfere with losing weight. There's very few people that just have a weight problem. They have a lot of body issues, whether it's sleeping problems, stress problems, inflammation, menopause. I cover that extensively in this book. Then I talk about how to get rid of stress, and I show you a technique. Then I get into exercising. And then I have a lot of really good recipes in this book as well. So this is a good reference guide. On my website, if you get this book, you get this one free. It's called Healthy Keto and Intermittent Fasting. This is the shortcut, quick guide to this book. And the reason I created this book is to have you, within 45 minutes, learn how to do keto, okay, in intermittent fasting, exactly what you need to do. Then you can fill in the blanks with this book right here. So right now I'm doing a special. If you get this book, you get this one totally free, or you can go to Amazon and get these individually. So I just want to clarify the difference between this book and this updated one right here. If you don't have this, you need to get this right here. That way you can get the exact correct information to do it healthily.